Salutations everybody, it is Maddie here today with a Borderlands 3 discussion video. It has been since October that we've been able to put together a Borderlands 3 video on the channel. The reason for that obviously being there wasn't much news or information to discuss, but that has changed thanks to a video by Vinylic Puma Gaming, who I will have linked in the description down below, as we discuss Borderlands 3 potentially coming out in fiscal year 2019, meaning March 31st of 2019, the absolute latest. It starts off with the delay of Red Dead Redemption 2. Easily Take-Two's / Rockstar's most anticipated game and many people's most anticipated game of probably the past 5 years. This delay came with also a financial report from Take-Two saying despite this change, Take-Two continues to expect to deliver both record net bookings and record net cash provided by operating activities in excess of $2.5 billion and $700 million, respectively, during fiscal year 2019, led by the launches of Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2 and a highly anticipated new title from one of 2K's biggest franchises. That is a lot of dough. Obviously, we can tell these numbers correspond with the respective titles. So the 2.5 billion is going with, naturally, Red Dead Redemption 2, which is going to be a cash cow with whatever multiplayer mode they're going to stick in that game. And then the $700 million can go to one of 2K's biggest franchises. Which could that be? Obviously either Borderlands or BioShock. Now, I was doing some additional research and I noticed something quite interesting based off what I had found. Borderlands 2 was one of the best-selling games of 2012 and has become the best-selling game in the history of 2K games, with 8.5 million copies sold by February 2014. The following month, it was announced by Gearbox that the game had sold well over 12 million copies. And obviously, if we account now for Steam sales over the course of the year with DLC, Borderlands 2 sold lots of copies. Let's couple in Borderlands 1 for good measure just so we can do a franchise comparison, as in late August 2009, EEDAR analyst Jesse Divnik told GameSpot Borderlands could very well surprise the market and consumers as BioShock did in 2007. By December 2009, the game had sold over 2 million copies according to Take-Two's financial report. By February 2010, the number had risen to 3 million, and by August 2011, the game had sold 4.5 million units worldwide. So Borderlands 1 was more of a slow burn. Over time, it sold more and more and more. I'm sure the same logic could apply to Borderlands 2, and if we really couple that in, I would say arguably that in the 20 million range is about a safe place to put Borderlands when it comes to copies sold. Now let's take a look at BioShock, which is easily the other incredibly popular and highly anticipated title coming from 2K. According to Game Industry Biz, BioShock Infinite has now sold around 11 million units, making it the most popular game in the series. That figure was revealed by Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick at the Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference in New York, which was attended by GameSpot, and this was reported in June of 2015. That's just BioShock Infinite alone. BioShock franchise sees a lifetime sale of 25 million copies, with 11 million from Infinite alone. Now, we do have to take into consideration here that BioShock does have BioShock 2, but Borderlands also has Tales of the Borderlands. It also has the pre-sequel, so there's a lot more Borderlands than BioShock, which I think speaks to it being one of 2K's biggest franchises. But what I'm saying here is that the numbers almost equal each other. I don't think we can definitively say yet that this is going to be Borderlands over BioShock at this point in time, but based off tweets from Randy Pitchford, there is definitely a Borderlands game in the works, which then makes it more convincing that it's going to be Borderlands 3. I think if we had silence on both ends, it would be a coin toss, but since we see that Borderlands 3 is clearly in development and it has the potential to release at a time after Destiny 2 and before Anthem, it's in a good spot to make excess of $700 million. So once again, thanks to Vinylic Puma Gaming for the awesome discussion topic and information that I had personally missed. Once again, I'll have his stuff linked in the description down below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments. So fire away, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think is going to happen with Borderlands 3, or is it going to be a new BioShock game? Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content we create here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.